Hello, my name is Breanna Zwick, and today I will be discussing cows and critters, understanding farmers' perception of wildlife on Canadian dairy and beef farms. Dealing with wildlife on farms can be stressful, frustrating, and even challenging, but wild animals may also provide some unexpected benefits. For example, farmers may find wild animals causing crop damage, but wildlife can be beneficial for promoting land health. Additionally, some predators can be seen as a threat to livestock and even staff safety, but these animals can also be natural predators for other species seen as pests. For our study, we surveyed 88 dairy farmers and 16 beef farmers in Western Canada and Ontario. We used validated psychometric scales to assess farmers' well-being, including levels of stress and resilience. We also asked their perceptions of the following animals, shown here: mice and rats, raccoons, deer and other ungulates, large predators, small mammals, crows and other corvids, bats, wild turkeys and other game birds, predatory birds, and reptiles and amphibians. Based on our results, we found that these species were viewed as the greatest nuisance, cited as causing crop damage and destruction for these animals, and these animals seen as a risk for disease. Mice were of a special concern for equipment and structural damage, and beef farmers cited large predators as a risk for livestock injury. These animals were seen as beneficial, with farmers reporting liking to sea ungulate species, and bats and predatory birds were beneficial for natural predation of wildlife. Beef farmers also reported liking to see predatory birds and acknowledged that wolves are beneficial for the predation of wildlife. Overall, dairy farmers had a positive perception of bats and predator birds and a negative perception of corvids, raccoons, and mice, with all other species seen as more neutral. Beef farmers, on the other hand, had more negative views of wolves, deer, and small mammals, but otherwise had fairly similar perceptions to dairy farmers. On dairy farms specifically, farmers' perception of mice were connected to their stress levels, with farmers with a more negative view of rats and mice scoring higher on a stress questionnaire. Additionally, there was a connection with resilience and farmers' perception of mice and rats, with farmers with a more neutral perception of mice and rats scoring higher for resilience. On the wildlife management side of things, these were the animals farmers reported needing to manage the most. The methods they reported using included poisoning and lethal traps for mice, and guardian animals or hunting and shooting for the other animals. Farmers said they chose these methods for their ease of use and effectiveness, and would need methods to be either equally effective or cheaper to consider using other methods. Overall, these findings will help us to understand and work with farmers to manage wildlife in ways that promote biodiversity and sustainability, and hopefully ways that are a little less stressful. Thank you.